As with previously attempted games, Battlegrounds is based off an already popular style that Blizzard has changed somewhat drastically. I played around the 3 hours of the beta to give it a try and look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me start this by saying that I'm rather familiar with this style of game, playing League of Legends Teamfight Tactics game mode when it first came out and managing to get Silver 2 in a time frame where around the highest level players were low platinum. I'm going to compare these two a few times just because I see this as Battleground's main competitor in this genre, and I'm rather knowledgeable about teamfight tactics. Well, as knowledgeable as high silver can be. I played my first few matches and I got rather destroyed quickly. I would say aside from the tutorial, I was in the bottom 4 every game for the first 6 or game so's. Immediately when playing, you could tell there's some serious differences between teamfight tactics and Battleground. In teamfight tactics and others of the genre, you buy units, place them on the board, and the AI finds the way to the target to fight them the best set. Battlegrounds differs immediately by having you select between 2 random heroes from a large pool of possible heroes, the likes of which play different based on the hero power. This causes an immediate issue because not only do hero powers, they're not quite equal to each other, and since you get to select only from 2, this can really limit what playstyles you can go for. Because of this, I put this in the bad category because you're limited on what you can really do. And you could get really fucked over in the very beginning and pretty much be done for just by a bad RNG of the 2 you get. The money is different as well. In teamfight tactics, your money builds up turn to turn and you could save up to do more later. In Battlegrounds, you do not gain more money for doing well or poorly. After the recruitment portion of the turn is over, it doesn't matter how much gold you have left, you lose it if you don't use it. And then next turn it goes back to the maximum of what you had. This is somewhat frustrating, taking out a level of strategy and managing financial resources. Since all units cost the same, your turn for recruitment is going to be pretty much the same once you get to the maximum 10 gold that everyone else starts with. Going from teamfight tactics to Battlegrounds is stepping from Hong Kong to China, which pretty much aligns with Blizzard's new demographic of gamers that they're searching for. For this reason, I'm going to have to put this in the bad category. Searching for a tactic that worked, I realized that you can just keep rerolling. There doesn't seem to be a real shortage of cards like in teamfight tactics. In teamfight tactics, everyone shares the same pool of champions that you choose from, so if everyone is running the same strategy, then you're all fighting for the same champions, and there's a limited number, so you're all weaker because of it. But in Battlegrounds, there just seems to be a set number in the pool at all times. I never really had trouble finding what I was looking for at any time. I just had poor RNG sometimes, so it took longer. That takes a level of strategy out, because in teamfight tactics, you can hold on to heroes that you might even use, but it limits what the other players can use, making it harder for them to get a double or triple. You're essentially winning the war of arbitration by doing that, by letting the other player keep re-rolling and spending money to re-roll, and they're just bleeding out all the money. Since everyone gets the same amount of money per turn, and there doesn't seem to be a shortage of cards that come out in the pool, just the amount of re-rolls, it really comes down to purely RNG if you get them. That takes a lot of strategy out of the game and just more random shit. For this reason, I put this in the other category. This is just straight ugly. I dislike it. I like RNG, but not this RNG. This is a game-breaking RNG because you could just get unlucky and lose, or you get really lucky and win immediately. It's just not fun for anyone involved. After the first few losses, I continued to do rather poorly because I just kept playing it like teamfight tactics, thinking that all I need is synergy, because the maximum doubles don't really do that much. I just need better synergies. This cost me a lot of matches until I said, screw it. I'm not going to level up until my first 2 minions are level 2. Using this strategy, I started doing better. Even getting in the top 4 multiple times. Occasionally getting bumped out early because of poor RNG. I kept powering through, and it suddenly hit me. This game isn't really about strategy at all. I kept trying to use strategy to win my games, but because there isn't a board to play my characters, all cards cost the same at every level, and synergies don't really mean that anything outside of hero synergies. This game really comes down to just RNG. You have to get lucky to get a better hero at the start, something that can buff your units, and that is the synergy. Then you just have to reroll till you get triples before you move on to the next tier. The way the tiers work is at level 1, only level 1 will spawn. And level 2, only level 2 and level 1 stuff will spawn. And so on like that, and the game actually rewards you for not leveling up by the price going down to level up every turn. And once you do get a triple, you get a free card of the next level from that set. There is no strategy, just synergies between the hero and the cards. This is just bad. Like, there's some strategies in the game that you could do, but you don't have to do them. You just have to reroll till you get a triple of any type that matches your hero buff. People complained about the RNG of teamfight tactics. With this level, it's just batshit bonkers. You get extremely lucky, spend as few money as possible, and get to the full comp all the way to tier 6 of matching 3s before everyone else, and you'll just destroy them. Like, it matters so much getting those 3s, but if you get them immediately per turn, you get a 3 per turn, then you're just going to destroy everyone.
Hey, can you throw me another pre-sun?
The damage of this game is counted by your level plus the level of the remaining cards that you have. I like this, it makes sense to me for it to do that much damage. There's just one problem though. Death rattle summoning. You can have a card that dies and summons copies of another card, and if they make it to the end, they each count as 1. This is actually a problem that Teamfight Tactics had when you take damage by leftover heroes. So people would just keep spamming the field with putting as many as possible, and that was a problem for a while. So people would just nuke people down by just having more. I just like a card that gets summon more cards than what it was worth star-wise, so there's incentive for it to die, and if it makes it to the end, it does more damage than what the original card was worth. Me personally, I think they shouldn't be counted as damage, but if you win, you still do the damage of your tier level. It still counts as a win. I've been kind of hard on this game so far, like really critical. So I'll put this up as a good. I kind of like the damage being end up that way, and it shows how much damage you're going to take, so you know before the round, like, if you're losing, you know how much you can take, or you know how much you could possibly do. So, game's beta, it could fix it. Could not. I would like the death battle to be fixed, preferably, but still. It's good.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!
I'm about to double back a little bit, so buckle up. I know I said I hated the idea of heroes, and that is a bad idea. There's just some aspects of it I kind of like. I dislike and think that it's bad that I only get to choose from 2 random heroes, which it seems out of the beta they might jump up to 3 choices. But as of right now, they're just... I dislike and think that it's bad. I dislike and think that it is bad that I only get to choose from 2 random heroes, which it seems like out of the beta they might jump that up to 3. But as of right now, there are many heroes that I just feel like get outclassed by others. That's compared now to what I explained earlier about the best tactic for winning, with hero synergies and doubling up. Let's look at Jaraxxus and the Sentinel. Jaraxxus, per turn, for the cost of 2 gold, which remember gold is infinite and replaces every turn, and allows all of your demons that you have to get 1/1 permanently. This can be really strong as a buff, as a large number of cards every single turn. You can possibly buff every single card on the field that is a demon a 1/1. That's insane. Per turn. Let's compare it to the Sentinel, who gets a free amalgamation at the start that counts as every type of card. Because there is no synergies strong between the class when it comes to buffing, plus you can never have a triple of that card, it's basically cannon fodder for the rest of the match to sell it for 1 gold. I feel like in a situation like that, I'm seriously fucked. If I'm stuck with the Sentinel, like I've already lost the game with the loading string, there's nothing that I can personally do. I like the ideas of the heroes, I just wish that they were more equal when it comes to the power between them. I will say that this is good. It's creative and a little fun, change up your tactics every now and again, depending on what you get, so you're not running demons every single time. It's nice to change of pace. I hope they buff some of the weaker ones before the beta's up.
Who killed Hannibal? Who killed Hannibal?
My last and possibly biggest complaint is that it's on Hearthstone. I know Blizzard loves making things fun and different, for better or for worse, but if they just would have kept it a little bit more the same compared to the normal all chess, put it on Heroes of Storm, it would have brought a whole new life to the game and not be such a money sinkhole for them. People would come back and play auto chess style games and use some of their favorite Blizzard characters in an all-out brawl against each other, which isn't that really what the Heroes of the Storm is supposed to be anyways? The only reason I believe they chose Hearthstone instead of Heroes is that Hearthstone's already on mobile. They don't have to go ahead and program mobile functionality into Heroes, which I think is kind of lazy. It's just rather lazy. Putting your auto chess game in Hearthstone is pretty much the final nail coffin for Heroes. You had a chance to fix your mistake, or at least throw a life preserver so it doesn't drown after falling off the boat. Hearthstone didn't need the boost, is my complaint. I think this ugly display of laziness and a show of extreme apathy for the fans of Heroes of the Storm. I loved Heroes, I love playing Heroes. I like Hearthstone too, but I just feel like there's a good opportunity they missed out here where they could have still changed the game, but kept it on Heroes of the Storm and saved what they had, used the properties that they own already. Yeah, this is pretty much all I had to say about Battlegrounds. I'm probably going to keep playing it. I enjoy it. Now that I know how to win consistently, I enjoy it. If everyone could just comment F in respect of the death of Heroes of the Storm.